Hey, thanks for checking out this clip from the After Files. We're live almost every Thursday night directly after the episode premieres. So thanks for checking this out and hope to see you live next week. All right, so speaking of PG-13, I'm going to play the greatest UFO video of all time right now. But if you have little ones watching, there's like one or two curse words in this. I don't think it's that bad. I just want to put it out there. Are we ready?
Yes.
Yeah, it's coming down here, y'all. Look, it's coming down the same direction. Oh, it's breaking up. Oh, it's 6, it's 8, it's 9. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Look at that. Oh, look.
Are you kidding me? We're in the middle of the show. So I got to get over to the new studio because it's got the fiber.
They stop. They stop. Look at that shit. It's aliens.
Sorry, I'm trying to record it.
Aliens. Aliens.
Oh, they cut the lights off.
Aliens. Y'all need to be shooting that. Y'all need to be shooting this shit right here. They looking at us. They dividing. They dividing up. We getting invaded. Those are not fun. Look at that shit. They are sitting. Y'all need to be calling damn news. They come down to the, oh, they come to Earth. They're coming to Earth. Oh, they're coming faster. Oh, shit. Look, they flying towards each other. They flying, oh my God, look. They moving in for formation. They just standing there. Officers, do something about that.
What are they going to do?
They're not going to do nothing. Oh, yeah, it's coming down.
Neil Wonderboy thinks that's drones. I think that's the funniest thing I've heard in a long time. I could listen to 10 minutes of that guy. And I like, and his girl's there like, I'm trying to record this, but he's too excited.
Now, that clip is a few years old. It's not a recent one. It's actually been.
I'm not a UFO. I'm not the aliens guy. I talk to a fish. I tell stories. It's all new to me. That's why every day is like Christmas. It's Christmas morning because it's all fresh. All right, this one is a UFO sighting from California. A recording was made in June 2023 in California of an airline with a UAP moving alongside it. I don't know if you can see that through there, but it's...
What? What's wrong?
Great. On the Skybird, great twist. Excellent. It buzzes the plane. You freak out a little bit on the plane? Did you see that out the window? Start screaming. Next thing you know, you're on Twitter.
There's something on the wing of the plane.
All right, I got this last one for you. Thanks, Victoria, for pulling these together. So this is just stuff in the sky. What is that in the sky? Does anyone? This is July 24th. So this is a couple of days ago. What is going on in the sky? Gino, you hear about any of this?
Yeah, I saw this video. I mean, it's an interesting one.
Is this real?
They're all real. But yeah. I mean, is
this real or is this someone playing around with Blender?
It's hard to say, of course, especially with it being so recent. Not too much debunking done on this one. But it's interesting. There are a lot of videos coming out that with crafts that look exactly like this in the air. This one has a lot more than usual,
and all equidistant in a perfect line.
Mm-hmm. Victoria and I were talking about this one, though. The thing about this one is that they're not moving. And it's super overcast. So it makes me wonder if this is some type of like cloud phenomena where like the light from above is just coming, like, you know, sometimes you see clouds that do some really weird stuff. Since nothing's moving.
Is this HAARP? Is this HAARP getting tested down there?
Maybe.
Pretty wild.
Even if it's not UFOs, I'm really curious as to what this is.
Well, yeah.
Well,
John Hammer says, "Come on, they're reflected ceiling lights. Is that all this is? Just a reflection of just recessed lighting?"
Faucet 98 is
can
saying,
y'all-
can you check
Can
the
y'all check the India Bangalore strange, that one?
Yeah.
So how do we India Bangalore? Is it sky? What is that what I'm searching for?
Yeah.
It's looking. I got internet problems tonight. Tonight's observing guide, Bangalore, India.
Mystery door. There it is. A mystery door appears in the Bengaluru sky.
I've seen this one too. It's crazy. It's interesting.
All right, let's see what happens in Bangalore. Oh, this is HAARP right here. What? What?
So good.
What? Hang on,
That's
internet problem. Processing.
Processing.
Processing. Processing. I saw another one of these.
This looks like a portal. This looks like a door.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my
This is like a door. Oh god. Okay, let's go.
I saw another one of these on, I guess on Twitter or Instagram the other day. Just the clouds. It just made a perfect square in the sky. Just how?
Well, I agree with Elite Gaming on this one. This looks like that there's like a building behind all the fog. And you're just seeing
that would make sense. That would make sense. Be careful with Elite Gaming. He's fragile and in pain. So
right.
So be gentle with him.
Okay.
Wagman, Russian woodpecker. I think you're conflating two number stations there. Or maybe the Russian woodpecker was that was a number station. If you're into that stuff, there's an interesting episode of the Y-Files about number stations. Shout out Lincolnshire Poacher. Go ahead, Jenny.
Speed of Thought is saying it's called the Fata Morgana illusion. FATA.
I don't know if that's that particular illusion. That's like when you see reflections in the sky, or sometimes you look down a long road and you see kind of the waves, and then you see a reflection in the sky. That's what that illusion is. I don't think that's what it is. Sequel, anything that has potential is recorded multiple times by strangers. That's true. Gemcore with a good point. No right angles in nature. That's true. That's why it looks very strange to see. Devil 81 thinks it's HAARP. Laser Griff thinks it's an interdimensional crossover. I like the way you think. Liver Spread says Project Bluebeam testing. I thought about Bluebeam with the other one. You know, if if you told me that's reflections from the living room lights, I would totally see it. But let's just for a minute imagine it's not. That's like, to me, that's how Bluebeam starts.
Can I speak for a second?
Well, that's why I stopped talking. I saw the finger.
Oh. Tonight's episode is ranking 1 of 10.
What?
Yes.
The figure.
Yes. I just did the same thing.
Here, I'll tell you why I think it is, AJ. It's because
this one.
No. Why we're ranking 1 of 10 is because the Zimbabwe alien story is widely accepted as one of the most important stories because of all of the witnesses. Now, most people have never debunked it. The debunking that you did tonight is the first time I really heard any real debunking on the story at all. So I think it's going to get a lot of views just because it's, again, widely accepted as one of the biggest stories because of so many witnesses.
Yeah. A lot of people wanted that one. And with a story like that that's so well known to people who are into this stuff, I think sometimes it's helpful to have someone like me come in because I don't really know the story. So I'm totally objective.
Oh, you
So-
ruined it for me. Yeah, I
ruined
mean,
it.
I believe this one. You know,
Well,
I-
what debunking ruined it for you? Because I don't feel like I trashed it that hard.
It was really that I didn't realize how many different accounts there were that weren't the same. Because in a lot of the ones that we go over with multiple witnesses, they do tell the same story. Like the Varginha in Brazil. All those
Varginha.
what did I say? All the witnesses said this pretty much the same story. So again, I didn't realize that everyone told different stories. Now, I thought there was follow up 30 years after also of
There
people
was.
doing this, but sticking to their same story.
There was.
But if they're all different stories, sticking to the same story, that's sticking to 30 different stories.
Right.
Well, but look, anybody that's spent any time around small kids knows that when they're like traumatized by something, that didn't bother me. The part that there were a bunch of different stories. There were a few kids that they talked to that I'm like, that kid's totally making it up. But a couple of the girls that they talked to, like the one girl that was like almost in tears trying to like relive it, that's powerful
Compelling.
stuff.
Yeah.
It was.
So,
Which that's why I used that clip because with production, crying is gold. So you gotta do that. But the thing about with some of the younger, because some of the kids were like 7, 8 years old. If you take a 7-year-old, put them in a field and say there's a UFO there, and then ask them in 10 years, they'll say there was a UFO there, and they'll describe it to you that they saw it. Because when we're that age, we can't discern experience from imagination and dreams, which is why children their testimonies inadmissible because kids don't know the difference. And then once the memory is seeded, it grows from there.
yeah, but kids are also just by and large, like they're easily swayed, but they're also just honest. Like, you know, anybody that's been around a kid that just comes up and says, oh, you know, you, what happened to your face, you know, or whatever.
Right.
Like,
Your eye's
honest.
droopy. Right.
Right.
I know I have a droopy eye. You don't need to.
right.
They do that.
So, yeah. But Sybil says, my 7-year-old would say it's an alien, even if it was a guy in a Pinto that broke down.
Well, there's Eric. And there is Brian Carney, $5.
Ugh, thank you, human. I'm getting killed on alimony and guppy support payments over here.
I love the sting at the end of the episode. Feels like the right week to do that. Yeah, that wasn't